Hi everyone, happy Wednesday, happy middle of the week. I hope you're all doing well and you enjoyed yesterday's reading session based on what was in the bin and going veggie. There was a lot to think about in that session. When I left it, I thought, oh gosh, my head was a bit spinning. I was thinking of lots of things and my diet and what I eat and what I waste. And today we're going to focus, it's going to be a bit of a shorter session focusing on packaging problems. So we're going to look at the packaging and the waste. Unfortunately, it's created a lot through the food that we buy and what we can do about it. So let's have a look. You're well on your way to the fight against food waste, but waste doesn't end with the stuff you don't eat. It often surrounds the food that you do buy. Millions of kilograms of food packaging becomes waste each year. In Europe, in 2015, an average 167 kilograms of packaged waste, the weight of 2 men, was generated per person. Much of this is food packaging, from plastic trays to tea bags sealed in foil and other items in cardboard boxes. Some packaging is necessary for handling and transporting food. For example, eggs carried by trucks would break without the boxes. Packaging can also preserve food, keeping it fresh until it is used. Much packaging, though, is not important and is often only there to make the product look nicer for us to buy. Market stalls and whole food and health shops often sell many items loose. You can bring your own reusable container to store the bought food in to transport it home. Reuse paper bags to carry loose fruit or veg and transport heavy veg like potatoes in a reusable canvas bag. And I know that now I've noticed in a lot of the shops where you normally have, plastic bags to put your fruit and vegetables in before you weigh them. Now a lot of them are the paper bags, which is good. Pick your packaging. When faced with a choice at the supermarket, think before you buy. If packaging is unavoidable, see if it has a recyclable logo, which is that there on the top right. Recycle logos vary, but the most common version, known as the universal recycling symbol, looks like that with your 3 arrows. Certain foods are packaged in a mixture of materials, only some of which can be recycled. This cardboard tray, and let me move this, a bit like my apple discussion, that cardboard tray right at the top there, for instance, can be recycled, but the single-use plastic jackets, that cover that around it, cannot. Again, that was exactly the same as my apples, and I thought, oh, what a waste, I could have just bought them separately and singly. Let me move the screen over so you can see the next page. Be a waste warrior. Challenge yourself to reduce the amount of food packaging thrown away in your home in a week. Weigh the amount of food packaging, such as cans, bottles, boxes, and plastic containers, that were generated by your family in a regular week. Spend the next week cutting down on packaging, using the tips on this page to help. Weigh the packaging waste at the end of the second week to see how much you've saved. A quarter or more is great. Drink water from the tap rather than buying lots of bottles of plastic water, which is exactly what we discussed, I think, in the first week. I've started using this now and getting it from the tap rather than my bottled water that I had in the first week. Drink squashes or cordials diluted with tap water rather than cans of soft drink. Or 1 bottle of squash can provide many more drinks with much less packaging waste. So there's just a couple of tips that we can think about when we're looking at our packaging. So what I'd like you to do, because it's quite a short session, for the rest of the time, I'd like you to have a discussion either at home or with the people in your classroom, and think about whether you can use a poster to promote recycling and stop packaging problems. So what could you advertise from the page that you can see here? And I'll move my face so you can actually see it. What facts can you use from here to create a poster to encourage people to use less packaging when they buy it at the supermarket, and maybe they can encourage their parents to do so. So that's your task for this reading session. Can you create a poster or an information leaflet that will encourage people to buy products that aren't covered in plastic and other packaging, and see how we get on. So yeah, please pause the screen here if you are doing that task, but I am going to stop sharing it now. Tomorrow's session is going to be on planet-friendly food ideas, and that's going to be the last page in the book for this week, because we're finishing that chapter. And the last session is going to be a news round session, so I'm going to try and share that news round clip whilst I'm also on Zoom, so we'll give that a go and see how we get on. Right, everyone, have a brilliant session today for your Wednesday, and I will see you tomorrow for your Thursday session. Thank you very much. Bye.